My stepdad came into my life when I was just 5. While my mom was at work, he tormented me, hurt me, and forced me to do things no child should ever be made to do. He would strap me to a chair and make me watch videos no one should ever see. He broke me, twisted me, used me however he wanted. I never had the courage to speak up until now. This is the story of how my stepdad broke me for years while no one noticed. I was just 5 years old when it started. My real dad left when I was too young to remember his face. He walked out on me and my mom, just disappeared one day. She was never the strongest person, always nervous, always trying to hold herself together. And when he came along, my stepfather, she was too vulnerable to see the danger. At first, he didn't hit me. He just yelled. I mean, constantly. Screamed at me for no reason. Slamming doors. Threatening to break things. Making my mom cry. Then acting like he was the one who had been wronged. And when my mom had to work, she left me alone with him. That's when the abuse started. I was only 5 years old. He'd corner me in rooms, bark in my face, call me names I didn't even understand yet. I used to think he hated me just for breathing. Then came the night I will never forget. He grabbed me by my arm and dragged me into a back room, a dark, windowless one. Before I could scream, he tied one of my arms to a bedpost, my legs dangling off the edge. I couldn't move. And then he walked in holding something. It was a dead cat. I froze. He stared at me like I wasn't even human and said, "Cut off his head, or I'll cut yours off." I begged him not to make me do it. I sobbed until I couldn't breathe, my throat burning, my body shaking. That's when he started yelling, screaming at me, slapping the walls, kicking the bed, calling me weak. Something in me broke, like a glass shattered inside my skull. The fear, it was too much. I picked up the knife. I don't remember cutting, only the feeling of warm blood hitting my hands. He knelt beside me and smeared the blood down his cheek, then on my own, like some twisted ritual. He said it meant we were bounded now. This was only the beginning. For the next few years, he took me apart piece by piece. Sometimes, he'd strap me to a wooden chair, then slide metal wires under my legs. They were hooked to a battery. He'd play disturbing videos, not from tapes, but downloaded from the internet. They were sick. Footage of children being hurt, abused, brutally essayed. These weren't American kids. The footage looked like it came from some jungle overseas. Some of them violated in ways I can't even say out loud. If I shut my eyes to block from what I was seeing, he would shock me over and over until I stopped resisting. I wasn't even a kid anymore. I became something else, just a shell, learning how to obey. I developed a second version of myself, the one who could nod, listen, survive. The real me went away somewhere. One day, he brought me to a different place. Some house where we lived. I guess it was his friend's house. It was cold. It smelled like bleach and something dead. I was getting older by then, 7, maybe 8. My mom and I were both scared of him by that point. But she didn't leave. The abuse was getting worse. That night, he strapped me down again. And this time, he showed me what would happen to me if I ever told anyone. It was another video of a kid somewhere in a jungle. A boy, maybe my age, crying, terrified, stripped of everything. And then, a machete. They sliced him open like an animal. I couldn't breathe. I was shaking so bad, I thought I'd pass out. He spoke when not spoken to, my stepfather said. That's what happens when you open your mouth. I was convinced. If I ever told anyone, he'd kill me. That fear stayed inside me like poison. Years passed, and then came the worst night. I was older, still small, still quiet, but I knew what he was doing wasn't normal. I finally resisted. When he touched me, I screamed. I kicked. So he dragged me into the bathroom, forced my head under the water, and when I fought, he tased me. Every time I moved, another shock. He drowned me in the tub. My lungs gave out. I passed out. And when I came back to life, I was coughing on the floor, choking on water. My chest was caved in. And he was there, kneeling beside me, calm. Don't forget, he said, I'm the one who gives you life. And the sickest part, at that age, I believed him. I thought maybe I was the bad one, that maybe I deserved it. That's how deep he got inside my head. I never told anyone. The abuse continued. Every day was a nightmare when my mom went to work. There was no running away from this. Years later, he finally got caught. Not for what he did to me, but for everything else. Assault, theft, public fights, and then a DUI that killed a man. The court looked at his record and gave him 20 years. That was when my mom finally left. And me, I never told a soul until now. Silence is how monsters survive. I'm done being quiet. If this helps one kid find their voice, it was worth it.